I'll say it. Most of the time when people crash out, it's completely justified. We just happen to live in a society that is used to punishing the victim and not the perpetrator. People will do the foulest shit to someone else, and when that someone else snaps, everyone else goes, oh my God, they're so angry, they're so crazy, wow, what a terrible person, but you should have moved with grace. What? No, justified crash out. Or people will go through a really traumatic event and then lose their mind or lose their temper or, just engage in behaviors that are not idealistic, and everyone will be like, they're crazy, what's wrong with them, da da da. No, justified crash out. The turn the other cheek perspective has done irreparable damage from the way that things are supposed to go, the laws of nature. If something happens, right, if two deer are standing in a field and one deer does something wrong to the other deer is going to kick it in the face. We have to have corrective measuring. I'm rambling now, but the point is, a lot of the times that people are judged for crashing out or being reactive, they were completely right to crash out and or be reactive. It just so happens that the crash out or the reactiveness is going to cause them more harm. Boo, unfortunately. And we have a society that's used to punishing the victim and not the perpetrator.
Statler. She just can't keep Dempsey out of her mouth. She just have to keep talking about Dempsey every other day. It is quite worrying. So now she also decided to follow up with a screenshot where she says, it shows a conversation with her and Dempsey where she has said to Dempsey, how is that funny to you? I have $700 a month payment for this van she's taken off with that. I can't even, I can't even live in. I'm back to living with my parents. I'm in debt. How can you laugh at that? Are you actually a psychopath? Actually think about that and live with that in your heart. That's wild to me. Sick. To be fair though, I'm not too sure if this conversation actually is with Dempsey, but at the top there is a completely different name, Olivia, so maybe that's not Dempsey. But she also does point out that this person has obviously made fun of her by laughing, and then also the other person continues by saying that one is even funnier. Then she goes, her best friend laughing, her best friend laughing at me after I pleaded with her to ask Dempsey to give me back the money she owes me. Guess she surrounds herself with those like her. Here's the thing. My biggest concern that I have right now, which I feel like maybe some of us are not seeing, is that is Statler going to become some sort of a risk towards Dempsey? She just keeps going on and on and on. Now, I'm not going to sit here and accuse Statler for being someone that may go an extra mile that is unnecessary, right? But if I was to put myself into Dempsey's shoes and I'm in a position where my ex is consistently always bringing me up on social media, as well as also trying to contact people that are close to me, well, to be honest with you, what's going to run through my head at some point is, am I going to need to potentially get a restraining order? Now, listen, some of you may think, hey, that's a bit dramatic. But I'm just saying that this online behavior is very unhealthy. Some people may even translate it as cyberbullying because she's saying a whole lot of things without any reaction from Dempsey. Now, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying that it is cyberbullying. I'm just saying that, girl, you can't keep her name out of your mouth. It's crazy. It's like Statler's now looking for purpose. Now she's no longer a part of 90 Day Fiancé. She's now been fired or whatever, okay? It's like she needs to keep telling stories about her and Dempsey for the sake of staying relevant and for the sake of promoting her podcast, which in my opinion, I don't see how this podcast is going to be effective in any shape or form because she has literally already told us everything that has gone down with her and Dempsey. She tells us on a daily basis. And what else can she really tell us about the show? Oh, the producers manipulate people. She's already told us that too. We've heard that from other people. Oh, they, kept a secret from her about her and about Dempsey sleeping with somebody else. Well, you already told us that too. I don't know what else you think that we could want to know from you if you was to do this, or when you release this podcast. She even told us that she already had cast members ready to do it with her, but then all of a sudden, she then makes a post saying, "Oh, is there, if there's any cast members who want to do it with me, let me know." Like, some people are just very, very interesting. Look at this. Why wasn't I invited to tell all? 90 day, we received multiple complaints about your attitude. Me, myself, and I don't give an F. So now she's saying it's because they received multiple complaints about attitude. I don't believe that to be true, purely because how many times has people reached out to TLC regarding people like Angela Dean, Big Ed, Kyle, you name them, Lauren, you name them. People they've been, calling out these names for years. So some of them not for years, but some of them for years. And they ain't done nothing about them. So if anything, if they ever removed you, they removed you for a different reason. And it's probably because you was going to stage a walkout, like you said. And you was going to cause a whole ruckus and a whole scene, obviously at the tell-all. So don't sit there and say it's because they received multiple complaints about your attitude. That is utter BS. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't still be knowing who Angela Dean was or who Big Ed is. Especially those two. Oh, yeah, this is just a song in play, so I'm not even gonna, But obviously there's a point to it, you know what I mean? I'm in your thread with all your exes. Look at this, and oh my God, she's so intelligent. I'll post that shit all over the Reddit. Oh, look at this, about time, if you go low, then I'll go lower. Oh, yeah, we are recognizing that you are going lower. Boy, you're in trouble now, cause I am the whistleblower. Okay, calm down, let's all get scared. She really thinks this is smart behavior. This is pathetic behavior. And to be fair, she keeps talking about I'll go low, you go lower. We haven't seen Dempsey go low on social media anyway. Now, on top of that, she continues another one saying, because I already know I've asked. She's in photos/videos I'm posting because I didn't get many without her. Also, I'm not going to pretend it didn't happen. I'm not ashamed because I have nothing to be ashamed about. I gave it all. Also, I look great in a lot of these. I mean, listen, end of the day, post what you want to post. Regarding your trip. But I don't know why you're justifying it for. Nobody cares. Yeah. But of course, she needs to always bring up Dempsey just for relevancy at this point. Because look at it this way, now she's not on the network. What relevance does she has? I fully believe that she absolutely regrets that she's no longer a part of the show. I believe that she actually wants to be back on the show because it gave her some form of relevancy, some form of purpose. It gave her something that she now feels she's missing. As you can see, someone asked her, how many days in a row did you really live and sleep in it? She said, of course, here, 1.5 years is how much she spent with Statler in the van life. And then also on top of that, where's a shower? Just in case you're curious. There you go. And then obviously we'll end off with the last one here. What did you would you do it again? Absolutely, but only in Europe. I love parking in nature and at a spot in small town with only the locals nearby. I got to see the European way of life in a way that Americans don't. It's interesting because, to be honest with you, she made us believe that she hated the whole thing. I mean, on the show, she made it seem as if she hated the whole thing. And even during the show when she was first expressing, she definitely didn't make it seem as if she enjoyed any part of the trip because of the challenge that she had with Dempsey. But hey, maybe she said in truth that she did enjoy elements of it. I hope she did though, because she did splash out quite a lot of cash, and it'd be a damn shame if she didn't like any single part of the journey. Well, with that being said though, let me know your thoughts. As far as I'm concerned, personally, Statler needs to stop bringing up Dempsey online. If you got issues and you need things off her, just do it off air, but really and truly, it's getting creepy now. Really, really creepy, in my opinion. But hey, folks, let me know your thoughts and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.